I first got invited to give a speech with TED in front of all of you, I thought like, wow, this is a really big deal. And this may be important for me. This is important for me. And that really got me overthinking about it, about all the possible scenarios that could happen. And that got me anxious. So it got to a point that I began to think, well, what if it doesn't have that much meaning as I thought? If I asked every single one of you if this has a meaning by itself, or if it was just me giving the meaning to this, each one of you would tell me probably a different answer, a different perspective of this. We may say that it has it because we already know that this has a background that is important, or you may think that it doesn't really have that much impact. Well, these perspectives are meant to really help us see how we see our decision making. These decisions we made could be from our completely free will to decide what we think, what we trust, or that it is determined from something else. Let's make a little exercise. When you were invited here to be at this TED Talk, you probably thought, or free will, you freely choose to be here. You choose to be early, you choose to be late, you choose to skip work, or whatever you have chosen. Rather than just saying yes, it was probably something even more deep, more meaningful than that. Because the people who is going to present here, it may be your people you know. So maybe you weren't the ones who made the decision by your freedom to choose. Maybe it was already choose before you even thought about it, because you already have the certain background factors that make you choose what you choose before even thinking about it. So with this, we can get a perspective of if you choose everything freely by yourself and your own thinking, it was as like a path, completely different, a completely crazy path of decisions which could alter what you end up being within this other perspective, which would be that all the decisions that you made were determined by something that you already know, which would brought you here, which would be these two paths. If it's determined, it was meant to you to be here. If it was by your own free will, it was a more kind of crazy path. So with this, I want to introduce you two concepts, two kind of perspectives, which can really help you with your decision making in the everyday life. For this, I want you to have an open mind and forget the stereotypes you already know. The first concept is randomness, which is basically throwing a coin and getting 50% chance of getting tails or heads. It tells us that everything that has happened to this point of our existence since the creation of the universe, the fact that the sun is at the perfect distance from the earth in order for life to evolve and get us here, that your great-grandfather made that step with your great-grandmother and brought you here, was completely their choice, a completely random bunch of circumstances that get us here. This sounds pretty accurate because, yeah, at the end of the day, we have the free will to choose what we trust, what we think, and our beliefs. But what if it wasn't? If there is this great amount, this bunch of the specific events for life to evolve to this point, if that looks so perfect, it may not be just a big coincidence. With this, we get to the other side of the coin, which is randomness. Determinism. Determinism tells us, by definition, that all the events that happen in our lives are completely determined by nature rules. So the fact that we're here has a bigger meaning than just us making our own decisions. It occurred because a series of events that happened before we made a decision get us to be here for a bigger purpose rather than just getting through these crazy paths of our own free will. So also with this example, what if the sun the distance of the sun with the earth wasn't just a coincidence, the fact that all these years that have been occurring through our whole existence was meant for each one of you to be sitting at that specific seat, hearing this TED, because you needed to hear something that will be said? Well, with this, we can go to some kind of conclusions. With randomness, we can know that this bunch of events that have happened to this point doesn't have a meaning behind it, and you have this complete free will of choosing whatever you want to do. If you can choose what you want to do, you are able to manufacture your own meaning, which is very important in this age for the teenagers that are here. If you choose determinism, this means that you know that everything that has happened happens for a reason, divine kind of events. It is a bigger purpose than just us being here. It is something we may don't know, but we feel it. With this, we can really think about it, because our society has lost the perspective of getting our own experiences by ourselves. The beliefs we have been completely distorted by the amount of information that we have been exposed to. If we let that get to us and annoy us, that won't end up in nothing good. You need to really trust in something that is bigger than you and that is really helping you to be in a point that you are determined to be, or you can either choose to manufacture your own meaning and don't let nothing control you. You need to believe in something, but just believe. You need it, because in this world, a strong belief could be the thing we need, that little step in order for us to get to something even more transcendental than just our existence through the years. So with this, I want you to really reflectionate about what you are able to really choose, really believe, and what could change with little actions if you choose randomness. Just a different bunch of decisions can alter all the effects that happen in your life and how it end up being. With determinism, you can trust that whatever you choose, it will be for a bigger reason. It will be for something that is meant to you. Thank you so much.